Hello food fans, going to have a delicious casserole today. Going to have some roast beef in the casserole, and also we'll have some canned cream style corn. We're also going to have some rigatoni. This is all one big recipe. We'll also even have some saltines as part of the mix and a secret dessert. So let's get started. And we lift the lid and watch it boil. That's the rigatoni. I'll drain that after it boils, and then we will be adding some, let me get my hand in here, we'll be adding some creamed corn and some roast beef. And the ingredients for this meal come out to about $1 or about $5 per serving. And we might sneak in a little bit of pizza blend topping when the casserole is baking. Ready to go into the oven. There is the finished product before we dig in. This looks just about right, and it's still plenty warm from the oven. So it's been boiled and it's been baked, and it has a lot of nourishment and plenty of sodium. I realize sodium is not a desirable asset when it comes to the kitchen, but this does have protein, and it's got the coleslaw today. I invested in a coleslaw for the next few videos, and this is a low-cost meal, definitely less than $5 per serving. Let me take a little taste of my casserole here. And it's got roast beef in there. The corn is very flavorful. I'll get the coleslaw right after this. There's big chunks of beef in the canned roast beef at Walmart's where I got this. Coleslaw. Supposed to be very good for a person. Certainly good tasting if you like it. I guess if you don't like it, it's not good tasting. But I do like coleslaw. About half the time I'll have coleslaw for a salad, and the other half the time I have a cabbage salad that I make at home. These little baking dishes come in handy. You can use this to bake a cake or something more conventional like we're having here today. I hope all is going well for you. lots of activity in the nation's capital for the first few days of the new administration. They're releasing some information. The government is releasing some secret information on various events over the past 100 years or so. It'd be interesting to know what all the government has kept secret for so many years. I'm a pretty good cook. I will have leftovers, and I've made room in the refrigerator for the leftovers because this amount of this particular recipe would probably serve 2 or 3 as a main course. And we have a secret dessert coming up. I will have another piano tutorial at the end of this video. I think you'll enjoy the music and playing music if you decide to learn to play piano chords. Be interesting to hear AI playing music. I'm sure that the artificial intelligence can create music. Try some root beer. Interesting, I just noticed something on the root beer bottle. says that 5 cents, and it follows IA, which I guess is either Idaho or Iowa. This bottle is being charged for at the rate of 5 cents per bottle, and it lists a bunch of the states: Vermont, New York, Massachusetts, Maine, Hawaii. In California it's 10 cents. And California does have a somewhat successful rate of getting the plastic bottles out of parking lots or wherever they wind up being a lot of times. There are many people who would collect the bottles at 10 cents per bottle. For example, if there's a event somewhere with lots of crowd reaction and the bottles being stacked into a shopping cart, I guess it's probably not good news for shopping carts. Some of the people I've worked with in movies and TV shows: Michael Landon of Little House on the Prairie and Bonanza and The Highway to Heaven. He was especially nice to any of us who worked as background movie extras. One year we went on strike when there was a Screen Extras Guild. It's no longer in existence. But Michael Landon signed to keep the extras working while other major studios were reluctant to return the favor that Michael Landon gave to us. He was able to keep his show going while other shows were stopped for a while. Michael was a producer, director, actor, writer. William Shatner was nice to work with. For me, I've heard a lot of people say bad things about him, but not anything specific. I liked working with him. Worked with him probably about 4 or 5 times. Purnell Roberts. I worked his show several times. Trapper John, I think it was called. Never had a conversation with Purnell. If he wasn't on the set rehearsing or doing his scene, he usually stayed in his dressing room. He was not a person who was anxious to talk with anybody. Angela Lansbury was nice. I worked Murder, She Wrote several times. And Angela was always pleasant, easy to talk to. And she liked giving more camera time to extras. She thought it enhanced the activity that was going on in the script. Bob Urich was nice. I worked with him several times in the 1970s when I first got into the Screen Actors or Screen Extras Guild. Bob Urich passed away much too young. Some of the great movies I got to work in the 1980s. I worked in Naked Gun. I worked in Airplane 2, Psycho 2, Smoking the Bandit 2, The Sting 2, and To Be or Not to Be. More root beer. Eat a few more bites of the casserole. And then store it in the refrigerator. It will be good leftovers for tomorrow. if you ever do get into background work in the movies, I can tell you that the best money that's paid per hour for working, chances are, if you're at the average level, you'll make more money on commercials than you do on movies, more money on movies than you do in TV. And sometimes it's very, very hard to make more than the minimum depending on the production cost and the ratings on TV shows. The way to get into the movies: establish your character. If you have a vintage car, make sure that you let the production company know that you've got a car from a certain era. They might want to use that in a scene. If you work as a waiter, let them know it. If you work as a semi-truck driver, let them know it. I got into working background as an extra, mainly because I knew people in the movie production business, and I was in a position to help them. I was a radio announcer, and they would like to have a scene mentioned every now and then, like we're looking for a big crowd at Yankee Stadium or whatever the scene is. I could help them, they could help me. It was more difficult to get into the Screen Extras Guild than it was to get into Screen Actors Guild. After was very easy. And I think it's safe to say that the average background worker who works for a living doing background work in movies, they probably make more per year than the average person who works only as an actor on his A card, Screen Actors Guild AfterCard. Because it's harder to get the job when you're going on auditions, driving across town, trying to find a parking space. Actors, extras, musicians, dancers can all make a very, very good living in the movie business if you just learn the magic word, which is hello, and be the nicest version of yourself that you can be. And now it's time for the secret dessert. And the secret dessert today is blueberry pie. I think this past Monday was Pie Day, National Pie Day. So we'll have a slice, or actually we'll have a whole pie. These are individual pies. This comes from Walmart, 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 this comes from... And we shall dig in. I like blueberries. I like the Fats Domino version of Blueberry Hill. Gene Autry was my favorite cowboy actor, but I definitely prefer Fats Domino when it comes to singing Blueberry Hill. Gene Autry, by the way, made the first recordings of Blueberry Hill for one of his movies. This is good. And remember to watch the piano chord tutorial if you want to learn how to play piano. If you practice an hour a day for about 6 months, you'll actually be able to get up on stage with the band and play. You'll be slow at first, but you get faster and faster the more you practice. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening to my stories. And thank you for watching. And for this lesson we will show you what a song that has a lot of chords in it needs in order to be played with the proper speed. And the song I've chosen for lots of chords is a Hank Williams song called Lovesick Blues, and it has a lot of chords in it. And the reason for practicing is to let your fingers learn what your mind already knows. I can show you the chords, which I will after I've done the song. I'll do the song and then I'll slow down as I show you the chords that I used in each part of the song. And the more you practice, the faster you will get. It looks impossible at first, but it's easy, and there are people who play much faster than I do. But I'll do a boogie version. That's the intro that we learned previously, that tempo, and we'll change chords in the song at a reasonably high rate of speed, and it'll sound something like this. Got a feeling called the blues, oh Lord, since my baby said goodbye. Well, I don't know what I'll do, oh Lord, all I do is set aside. Well, last long day she said goodbye. Lord, I nearly thought I was gonna die. You know she'll do me and she'll do you, and she got the kind of love. Lord, I love to hear her when she calls. call me sweet dad. It's such a beautiful dream. Hate to think it's all over. Lost my heart it seems. Grown so used to you somehow. I'm nobody's sugar daddy now. I'm lonesome. I got the lovesick blues. Well, I'm in love with a beautiful gal. That's what's the matter with me. I'm in love with a beautiful gal. She don't care about me. I tried to keep her satisfied. She just wouldn't stay. Now that she is a-leaving, this is all I can say. Got a feeling called the blues. Oh Lord, since my baby said goodbye. Well, I don't know what I'll do. All I do is sit and sigh. Last long day she said goodbye. Lord, I thought I was gonna die. You know she'll do me and she'll do you, and she got the kind of love of the Lord. Got the lovesick blues. Now, what we did there, we started off with the boogie. I've got a previous example of the boogie intro, but I'll do it real fast for you here. Starts off with or, and it has a C chord after each part there, so like that, and the boogie intro is just a fast version of playing a C chord, a G chord, and an F chord, and a C chord. And what I'll do is show you the body of the song itself here. After I'm done with the intro, I come back and then we start the song. Got a feeling called the blues. That's all on the C chord. Got a feeling called the blues, oh Lord, since my baby said goodbye, which is a G chord. So we start off with the C chord and we get to the G chord here this way. There's the intro of the song. Got a feeling called the blues, oh Lord, since my baby said good. Here's the G chord. Goodbye. Let's do that from the beginning to the G chord. Got a feeling called the blues, oh Lord, since my baby said goodbye. Don't know what I'll do. We're still in G. Do, oh Lord, all I do is sit and now I'm going to go to a C. All I do is sit and sigh. There's the C chord again. Last long day, got a feeling called the blues, oh Lord, since my baby said goodbye. Well, I don't know what I'll do, oh Lord, all I do is sit and sigh. Here comes an F. Day she said goodbye. Back to C. Lord, I nearly thought I was gonna A. Die. You know she'll D, like a dinosaur. Got a feeling called the blues, oh Lord, since we said goodbye. Don't know what I'll do, oh Lord, all I do is sit and sigh. Yeah, oh well, last long day she said goodbye. I could put an F minor right there. Last long day she said goodbye. And then to the C. The Lord had cried. It's an A. And then a D. She'll do me, she'll do you. She got that kind of lovin'. Oh Lord, there's a G. I got the lovesick blues. So watch the fingers here, and I'll do the from the beginning, just very slowly. Got a feeling called the blues, oh Lord, since my baby said goodbye. Well, I don't know what I'll do, oh Lord, all I do is sit and sigh. Oh well, last long day she said goodbye. That's an F chord, back to C. Lord, I thought I was gonna die. That's an A chord. I was gonna die. She'll do me, she'll do you. That's a D, like a dragon. She'll do me, she'll do you. She got the kind of lovin'. Oh Lord, there's a G. Got the lovesick blues. Now we're going to go to an E. Well, I'm in love with a beautiful gal. Now I'm going to go to C. That's what's the matter with me. A D chord. I'm in love with a beautiful gal. She don't care about me. G. I tried and I tried to keep her satisfied. She just wouldn't stay. But now that she is a-leavin', this is all I can say. Got a feeling called the blues, oh Lord, since my baby said goodbye. Well, I don't know what I'll do. Oh Lord, that's a G. Just sit and sigh. Last long day she said goodbye. F and F minor. Last long day, F. Last long day she said good. That's F minor. Last long day, F said goodbye. Back to C. Lord, I thought I was gonna, and A, die. Well, and the D, she'll do me, she'll do you. She got that kind of lovin', oh Lord. Got the lovesick blues. And that's Lovesick Blues. We'll do one other song here. This is just a song that I wrote. And we'll do a fast version with 3 chords on it. There's an E for the guitar players, an E chord, an A chord, and a D chord. Am I right? No, I think I'm wrong there. An E chord, A chord, and maybe a B chord. Well, Noah was a fella who needed an umbrella, and I wonder if he were around today. Would he consult with his psychologist or a TV meteorologist if he thought perhaps a storm was on the way? Would he hitch up a pair of mules, or would he opt for power tools? I wonder what old Noah might do. If he foresaw the changing weather, would he tweet it all on Twitter, or would he just keep quietly building his wooden zoo? Would he harness 2 mosquitoes to orangutans and cheetahs, and maybe bring some zebras in on buses? Would he find 2 two owls so wise, and a pair of blue-tail flies, and some platypuses and hippopotamuses. Would he go north or travel east with his noisy jungle beast? I'll give Noah my very best advice. Noah, no matter what the cost, I know you won't get lost if you'll just invest in a GPS device. Take a gander at that moose, take a gander, take a goose. Should the fleas ride in the same room as the kittens? Would the centipedes and spiders be considered first-class riders, and would the roaches be told to stay out of the kitchen? Would the hyenas be displeased as they roam the savage seas, or would they just laugh it off and carry on? We might need an extra cow or two to be cat food at the zoo, 'cause I know lions and tigers are not vegetarian. Now I know Noah is a genius, so let's just keep this strictly between us. I'm not really sure that ship is watertight. I know he talked to the bears, the turtles and the hares, and he told the cats and dogs not to fight. But that big ship is made of timber, and the captain must remember to be really, 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 really smart. If he wants to avoid the leaks, put some duct tape on the beaks of those two woodpeckers riding in that wooden ark. Oh, put some duct tape on the beaks of those little feathered freaks, those two woodpeckers riding in that wooden ark. Now that's a basic 3-chord song, and if you're using the key of E as a starting point, chances are you will play the E, the A, maybe even the A minor, A, here and there, and the B, like in Bumblebee. And you can get faster and faster and faster and faster. And you can actually get faster with your lessons sometimes when you're playing a slow song. So we'll have more on that in future lessons, but for right now, thank you very much for watching.